Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another week of shop videos and assignments for the week. I want to remind you to go ahead and put your name on your turn-ins. If you're turning your stuff in at the grade school and they're part of another packet, sometimes I get your work and it doesn't have a name on it. It's hard for me to give you credit unless I know who you are. So make sure you're taking advantage of that. This week, starting off with small engines, we're going to talk about snow throwers. Your learning objectives this week: safely operate and service snow throwing equipment, list important purchasing considerations for snow throwers, identify major parts of walk behind snow throwers, make adjustments to snow throwers, and properly maintain snow throwing machines. For metal art and welding class, you will be doing dissimilar metal welding. That's your unit this week. Your learning objectives: describe dissimilar metal welding, describe dilution, describe buttering, list and describe weldability factors, and list and describe the weldability of a specific dissimilar metal combination. Construction. This week we're going to talk about interior wall and ceiling finish. That's the unit we're going to be covering. Your learning objectives: explain wall and ceiling covering materials, describe wallboard cutting, nailing, and adhesive techniques, illustrate how double layer and pre-decorated wallboard are applied, describe the characteristics of gypsum plaster, explain how gypsum lath and expanded metal lath are applied, illustrate the use of plaster grounds, describe plastering methods, lay out ceiling tile and installing furring strips, describe methods for leveling and installing a suspended ceiling, and estimate the quantities of lath, wallboard, and ceiling tiles for a specific interior. Metal fabrication. This week you're covering weldability of non-ferrous metals. Your learning objectives are: describe the weldability of non-ferrous metals, describe general welding considerations for aluminum alloys, describe general welding considerations for nickel alloys, describe general welding considerations for magnesium alloys, describe general welding considerations for titanium alloys, describe specific welding considerations for titanium alloys, list and describe the classification of copper alloys, describe general welding considerations for copper alloys, and describe specific welding considerations for copper alloys. Junior high wood shop. We're studying clamps this week. This is normally something you get some hands-on with your project work in the shop, specifically the cutting boards and picture frames. There's many different types of clamps that we use in shop class, and this unit covers all of them and more. So your learning objectives for the week are to discuss how to prepare stock for clamping, identify the common types of clamps used in the wood shop and describe their uses, and demonstrate the proper method of using hand screws, pipe clamps, and C-clamps. This is important material even if after this year is over with, because we use a lot of these clamps in welding and metal classes in high school. So you'll get lots of experience with these. Pay attention to this unit real well. As always, make sure you complete your assessment. Turn those into me so you get credit for the week. And stay safe out there, and I hope to see you soon. Bye till next time.